trying to make sure these get to go up as mini clips. I don't want them separated, and I want them together, and I want y'all to really listen and to be set free, to have liberty. So in Jesus' name, may this word go forth, because his word will not return void. Oh, by the way, there was a minister, I'm not going to say your name. I'm going to call you Brother B. Brother B, I love you. I need to tell you something. This is part 7 of Hebrews 3. But I need to tell you something, Brother B. You ministered on Saturday night. I will say it that way. And you poured out your heart into your message. And it went out, and it went out, and it went out. And you knew it was going to somebody. You felt it. You knew it was. And you thought they would come. You wanted them to come. You wanted to see the fruits of your labor. The Lord knows that you wanted to see that. And when it was over and that person didn't come forth, you thought, have I labored in vain? Was I wrong? No. No, you weren't wrong. It was going somewhere. It went. It went. But you couldn't see them because they wasn't present with you in the place that you were at ministering. But they still heard your voice. The seed still got planted. But like Paul, he said, I plant, Apollos waters, and Jesus gives the increase. God gives the increase. Don't fret, Brother B. The increase will come. And I hope that that person or persons will come to you one day and thank you. But even if they don't, just know that you were right. It was going forth. It was being received. And in time, those people will be added as the Lord sees fit. But boy, that tries your faith, doesn't it? And through faith worketh patience, right? You just have to believe that it went forth. Just like I now have to believe that all these little mini clips coming together is going to be heard and received. I'm not asking you to receive me, people. I'm asking you to receive this word that is God. John 1:1. The word was God. That means the word is God. This word is God. When you reject it, you reject him. And when you don't believe it, you're living in unbelief. I'm going to go on with verse 15. While it is said today, if you will hear his voice, harden not your heart as in the provocation. That means steering to anger. While it is said today, if you hear his voice, harden not your hearts as in the provocation, as in the steering to anger. What is a provocation? That's what we were talking about over here in the wilderness. When the Israelites did not listen unto Moses, what did they do? They put up their little idols while he was doing something for the Lord, right? While he wasn't looking. Ministers, do you understand that? You got to keep after them, because if you don't keep after them constantly about sin and things, you can't let down on it. Because if you do, you're going to have a bunch of Israelites building fatted calves and stuff to worship. Is that what you want? People worshiping the graven images that God's getting ready to destroy. What did Moses and them have to do with the idols? Jesus Christ the same yesterday, today, and forever. What are we supposed to be doing with the idols then? You might say, oh, I don't bow down onto that. Why do you even need it? Why is that a need in your life? I don't bow down to things either. I was explaining to you how I got my Jeep even. It wasn't because I was being lustful with I wasn't. I didn't want that one. It was too new for me. But it's the one Jesus said I had to take for a reason. He wanted it to test others around me. That's what he told me. I didn't know what he meant by that. But I still did it. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm stupid. I'm simple. I don't understand a lot of stuff, but I still will do what he tells me to do because I absolutely do hear his voice. I'm not that bright, but eventually it comes along. I'm not that bright, but I'll do my best. I don't even have a high school education completely. I never got my diploma, but I'm doing my level best to still serve my God. But guess what? I didn't eat the apple. I don't want it. I don't want the apple. I want to live with Jesus. I don't care about your education or your things in this world. I'm not trying to get my treasures down here. I'm trying to bring my treasures here from where I laid them up. Because you might have thought what I was doing was disobedience, but no, I have been obedient to my Lord. There's reward for that. You don't know his mind. You don't know what he has given the next person to do. You may not understand why they have to do what they have to do. They might be testing somebody for him. Might even be you they're testing. Lord knows I've had to test y'all a lot. But I love you. And I'm still holding on to you. I'm not letting go until I have to. And even if you took those old daggers steeped in poison, I'm trusting to a just and merciful God. Stop worshiping man. That's beast. I was explaining that to you. 666, that's 3. That's the Trinity. That means there are 6 people. Now, if you read your word, you know the Antichrist, the actual Antichrist, is going to stand in a holy place. He doesn't desire women. What does that mean? Some people say, well, that means it's a woman. No, it's a man. No, that one's a man. But he's a gay man. He don't desire women because he desires men. What do we got all around us? Sodom. And we have sodomite sins running this country. All over. And guess what? Y'all keep harshing and hashing about the babies being killed. Have you even looked at that biblically? Do you understand why that's being done? Nope. You just think they're just passing their seed through the fire to Moloch, and that's all you want to go on. Take it deeper. What was happening in the day of when Moses was born? They were killing the babies. Why? Why were they killing the babies? Because they were trying to find Moses. Why? Why were they trying to find Moses? Because they were trying to kill God's anointed before he could do what he was sent to do. Why? Why were they doing that? Because the king wanted to keep his authority. He wanted to rule and reign. He wanted to be God to his people. He didn't want someone else to come and knock him off the top of the totem pole. He didn't want all to be equal in his kingdom. He wanted to be set above and to be worshipped like a god. That's what Pharaoh wanted, right? He didn't want Moses to replace him. He didn't want Moses to replace him. Do you get that? So what'd they do? They killed all them babies up to 2 years of age. Right? They were killing all of them. All the male children, right? Because they knew it was to be a male. And when Jesus was born, what were they doing? They were killing all the babies yet again. Why? Why were they doing that? All the male children. Why were they doing that? So they could kill the anointed one before he come. They were trying to stop Messiah from being brought into this world, one way or another. So they were killing them, all the newborns, when they heard that the king had been born. Right? Herod sent out squads of soldiers to kill all the babies. You know what I would have hated? I would have hated being a soldier, because I wouldn't have been one long. There is no way I could have killed a child. Doesn't matter what my orders were. Doesn't matter if I'd have had to die, because I said no. But I would have said no. Why? Because that man Herod wanted to be worshipped as a god, right? As a king. And I'll see you in the next mini clip.